I stumbled backward from the testing table, which had become a crime scene. The burner still glowed beneath the shattered beaker. Glass covered the floor, and green liquid splattered across the table, walls, and my lab coat. Trembling, I looked down at my hands. Small cuts marked my skin, but that wasn't what scared me. My hands were turning green. I stepped back, sneakers squeaking against the slick floor. "This isn't real," I whispered. I moved forward, but my foot slid through the gamma liquid. I hit the floor hard, and the impact knocked the air out of me. Then heat surged through my body, as if a furnace had ignited inside. Let me take you back. My name is Dr. Sarah Impeño. I worked at the Anagan Research Center outside New York City. This happened on August 9th, 2002, at 11:30 p.m., inside Lab 009. Back then, I was a cancer researcher, trying to make a name for myself. I had made a breakthrough with a new form of radiation called Gamma-282. It was unstable, but promising. Every test told me not to push it further. But I did. I placed the compound over the burner. After 20 seconds, it started sizzling, almost like bacon in a pan. I leaned closer. The beaker creaked. Then it exploded. That was the moment I already told you about. The glass, the green liquid, my hands changing. But what happened next is the part nobody saw. I lay on the floor, staring at my hands as they began to pulse. Not shake, pulse. The green color moved under my skin in uneven waves, crawling from my fingers toward my wrists. I tried to pull them back, but my hands felt too heavy, like they belonged to someone else. "Stop," I whispered. "Please, stop." I pressed one hand against the floor to push myself up. The tile cracked. I froze. I had barely moved, but my fingers had pressed into the tile like soft clay. When I gasped, the sound came out lower than normal, rougher, wrong. I grabbed the edge of the lab table. The metal bent under my grip with a sharp creak. I pulled myself up too fast and stared down at my hand. My fingers had left dents in the steel. Green lines rose across my skin, pulsing with each heartbeat. Then, my hand started growing. My fingers stretched first, widening at the knuckles. My palm thickened as the green spread deeper. Heat rolled through my wrist and up my forearm. The muscles tightened, then pushed outward in a hard surge. I cried out and grabbed my arm, feeling the pressure rise, the strength build, the shape of me changing under my own skin. "No, no, no!" My sleeve strained, then split at the seam. My arm pulsed again, larger this time, muscle rising beneath green skin. I staggered toward the wall and slapped my hand against it to steady myself. The drywall caved in under my palm. I stared at the imprint, breathing hard. My arm was bigger now, stronger, green from my fingertips to past my elbow, and it was still changing. Then my legs gave out. I crashed down, and the floor shattered beneath me. The same pulse started in my feet. My shoes tightened, my toes pressed forward, the soles split against the tile. My calves seized, then expanded, muscle tightening as my legs grew strong enough to carry the weight my body was becoming. I tried to scream, but the sound that tore out of me was deeper again, almost a growl. The green color spread faster. It climbed over my legs, across my arms, up my shoulders. My whole body clenched, my back arched, my shoulders widened, making me grab at the floor and crack more tile beneath my fingers. My chest tightened, then expanded. My ribs pushed outward with each heavy breath, stretching to make room for something stronger. My lab coat pulled tight across my shoulders. The seams popped until the coat tore loose and hung from me in shredded pieces. The table looked lower now. The room felt smaller. The alarms faded beneath the pounding of my heart. I tried to stand. My knees shook, but when I pushed up, I rose higher than I expected. Too high. The floor groaned under my feet. I looked down and saw green muscle, torn clothing, cracked tile, and hands that could bend steel. Then my face started to change. My jaw tightened. Heat climbed up my neck. My vision blurred, then sharpened, then blurred again. In a broken piece of glass, I saw wide eyes, green skin, and a face that was still mine, but not shaped the same. I tried to speak, but only a rough, frightened sound came out. Then everything went black. When I woke up, I was outside. Cold air hit my skin. Trees surrounded me. Somewhere nearby, cars rushed past on a highway. Through the branches, I saw a sign for I-80. I lifted my head slowly. My body felt heavy. Too heavy. I looked down at my torn lab clothes hanging from me and stared at my green hands in the dirt. What just happened? My voice was still wrong. I pushed myself up, nearly falling from my own strength, and stumbled toward the tree line, confused and shaking.